Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But today, shout out to the collective, man. I've been in the comments, and we just keep it respectful in the comments, man. We all one. We're a reflection of each other. So what we see sometimes is what we kind of gave out there. So let's just be respectful in the comments. Keep it a cool, safe place for people to come and check out this type of content. But with that being said, y'all know what it is, man. Love y'all collective, but let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Anytime they put somebody on TV, he already sold out. You think they put me on TV? And if you ever see me up on CBS, you know that they already done got, and you already know that they done killed my ass. And this is a replica. Now, it's different now if they done went and got one of my videos. And they got me on there, and they got a commentary on me, and they talking shit about me. But I ain't in the mix. I ain't in the process defending myself. That's different. If your leader, they don't put revolutionary figures televised. I want to ask you a damn question. Have you ever heard them ever mention a solid secure on TV? Huh? See, we got to start thinking on another level. The chief, wait a minute. See, there's some crazy shit here. And all because black people have a thought deficiency. We don't think. That's what we do. We just react. We are what you call animal box. We think, but what we do, we don't analyze nothing.
For those of you that either believe or don't believe in giants, don't believe in the Smithsonian cover-up, have more questions like you did in that 1.6 million view video we did about the Grand Canyon and how that's important, about how G.E. Kincaid went to the Grand Canyon, came out with artifacts made of precious metals. It was shared in newspapers. The people local saw the artifacts, and then as fast as the Smithsonian heard about that sponsored it, then immediately it's all erased, and it wasn't true. Those of you that didn't know why the Chinese have worshipped the Grand Canyon, if that's news to you, remember Human Origins Revealed taught you that. Yes, the Grand Canyon is sacred to the Chinese for longer than it's been special to us. We want to share more information about how that ties to the Susquehanna, about how Dr. Hay came down the Susquehanna in 1916, and when he asked for money to start the Museum of the American Indian, he asked for $250,000. What he found scared them so bad that they gave him $500,000 to begin the cleanup / cover up. So again, for you folks that believe in giants or don't believe, come to us for the truth, because you're going to sit on one side of this when we're done. We want to share more with you about how the Grand Canyon ties to all this and what the Smithsonian's role was in between these two very large and special projects that they were involved in early in our history. Again, it's Human Origins Revealed. Please come out and check us out over on TikTok and on YouTube. On YouTube, we will be releasing a lot of scientific information over the next 2 weeks in regards to diagnostic patterns and things like that with the artifacts, so that the academia, so that the universities, museums, and archaeologists can start to dig in on this truth. Remember, you can't find any professional like that or any institution on the internet out there saying Charles is not telling you the truth, like they are Graham Hancock, Joe Rogan, and all these other people, because it's just me telling the truth, and they know if they step out that I'm going to embarrass them and any skeptics that come along. Thank you again for your time. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Human Origins Revealed. I like that. I like that clip. How y'all feel? Y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see more of that on here? Let me know. I actually like. I think I like that. I like him. I like him, man. I like him. Y'all heard him though. Check him out on TikTok. They got a YouTube channel as well. Human Origins Revealed. Check him out. Sound like you know what he's talking about? I'm gonna go check him out. Let me know if y'all want to hear more of his content. And let's just fill him out. See if he on his. See if he on it though. See if he really on it, and if what he's saying is actually legit enough for us to go ahead and take it serious. Let me know what y'all feeling.
Who else is on the side of TikTok where we all just learned that Tom Cruise is probably raw fish. Maybe alive, maybe dead. Hopefully dead.
That boat, that huge boat. Well, what's fascinating about this is in this book, they show all these huge boats. And let me show you. So this is 1893, right? So we're in 1893. You got people on horse and wagon. They got dirt roads. You know, they're supposedly going around on their buggies and, you know, riding around on their buggy, farming and whatever nonsense that we've been told. And then you have ships that look like this. It doesn't seem to really fit the narrative, right? So 1893, right? So you got a battleship, which is just absolutely remarkable. It's actually called Battleship Illinois, which is interesting. And then you have some castles. Let me show you guys some castles. And people, of course, horse and buggy with castles, right? So look at this. That is a castle. And then those people, oh, you see that little buggy right there, right next to the light? Right? And then they're sitting with their umbrellas, like almost like they're afraid of the sun. They've been taught to be afraid of the sun. And then we go into the cafe, which, you know, if I ever decided to go have a meal, I mean, I would love to go in a building like this, right? So this is horse and wagon time, 1893, and they're building buildings like this, riding around on buggies, but then having coffee in a place like that, right? That was right on the water. And then what's interesting is they show all these other people who supposedly live in huts, right? So these are people living in huts, which is interesting, right? So supposedly they're living in huts, but they're building buildings and ships like I just showed you. Now,
we have both seen the film that was taken out of the Dulce facility. Why would somebody make pictures like this showing the creation of some sort of alien being? And this is a facility. This is a facility that's run by the United States government. I mean, with your tax money. Hamilton talked about the Dulce facility. I've also heard about, you know, genetic engineering programs at Area 51.
Yeah, there's no question that Dulce exists. You know, I was the one that kind of led the research on that. I was at a meeting in Preston, Colorado, and Tom Adams handed me a letter from a lady who lives in Las Vegas, and she was the one that tipped us off that this thing existed. So I talked to her, and she knew the location of some photos and videotape that had been taken inside Dulce by a guard who escaped during what they call the Dulce Wars in 1979. He used to contact her every 6 months, and he said, if I ever miss contacts 2 in a row for a year, you can go after this box, which they had hidden somewhere here in Nevada that contained 6 minutes of videotape, 25 black and white photos, and some other documentation about what went on in Dulce. About 2 years ago, he did turn up missing. We never heard from him. And I think there was like 12 or 13 attempts after the box, but it had been hidden maybe at least 10 years ago in the terrain and the foliage and everything changed. I don't think they ever got it out.
He said in level 5, you'd walk on by and people would be in cages and screaming, begging for help, and he was told to walk straight on through and not look or pay attention. Yeah. These people are all mad.
I heard that. And then from another source, Air Force engineering source, I heard that when he went there, they referred to it as Section D. And then Bob heard it referred to when he was up at the test site just once, and somebody mentioned something about being shipped to Dulce, but that's the only reference he ever heard to it.
I call these the guys who are working in the facility as Igor's the invisible government's obedient robotons. It really is a Frankenstein factory.
You know what's crazy? Now, this last clip that just passed was about the Dulce Air Force Base, the underground aliens they got in cages and people they got in cages. Now, I hope that part of the video can stay up. I hope it do. Sometimes I can't keep everything that I'm able to watch right now when I'm editing and when I post it on to YouTube. Sometimes some of it can't get put on, but I'm hoping that can. And I do got some of my family members, some of my people, my friends who watch this channel who may not know about the Tartarian Empire. The clip before that, that's a rabbit hole some of y'all can dive down. To those who, for me, Tartarian Empire is one of my favorite rabbit holes to go down. Let me know if y'all want more of that. The mud floods, the resets and stuff like that, the free energy. Let me know if y'all want more of that. I could always do that. I just don't want to overdo it with that and the ice walls. Me personally, because them is the two things I could go into all day long. But I do know some people are unfamiliar with Tartarian Empire or the mud flood, stuff like that. Let me know if y'all want me to keep going down that rabbit hole. For those who may not be up to speed, we can catch y'all back up. Let me know.
Age way faster than everyone else. Did you know that? Gen Z. I don't believe that.
Gen Z age way faster than everyone. But
Why?
if you bag it though, like look at millennials. They high-key look young, bro.
Nah.
Yes, they do.
They look their age. No, I'm not gonna lie. They look
compared
their age.
to us though. We look kind of older. Fam, okay.
Actually, okay. Oh yeah, okay. I can see that.
So there's this guy that made a video. We seen him one time. He's the guy that's like on TikTok, like, come here.
Oh yeah.
How old do you think that guy is?
Okay. If I was
That
looking
guy was 35, fam.
yeah, no, he's like 30, right? He should be 30.
He's like 25.
Oh, no.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Yo, he's 25.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Exactly. So there's a theory right now. People are saying the reason everyone in Gen Z is aging at a fast as fuck rate is literally because of our phones and blue light. So blue light has negative side effects that age your skin faster, and it pretty much just literally just your pigments, everything. It just ages you faster.
Yeah.
Also our brain. Now you can imagine if we're always looking at our phone like this, the blue light is hitting us
all the
at
time.
nighttime, bedtime, whatever. It's like you know when you go to the tanning bed, that blue light is hitting you and making your skin wrinkle. It's making your skin damage, everything like that.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of microplastics in almost everything we eat and everything we see. So, like, for example, our food. Now, you know how everyone says, oh, I have ADHD?
So, I've shown you guys that Egypt is here in America. Just look at all those places up there on the Mississippi. And I've also shown you that before it was Washington, D.C., it was Rome, Maryland. But for this video, I want to show you guys some of the other old world places that were all located here in this land, the Holy Land that we call America now. And obviously, maps can be manipulated. So I took all the maps used in this video directly from the Library of Congress's digital archive online. Now, right off the rip here, you'll see out in the northwest, Pyramid, and then Pyramid Lake directly next to it. That's how it goes. Now, if you weren't familiar, one of the great ancient cities of the world was the Phoenician city of Tyre, pictured above. Now, in this Bible is History book I have, we're told that Alexander the Great built a 650-yard causeway across from the mainland, but back over to Tyre. Now look at this picture above compared with this map of Cuba in an artificial causeway built across the ocean. Look like they might be the same place to me. Now this was taken from a map only showing the Western Hemisphere in North and South America. Now, if you'll notice here, ancient Carthage is pictured over here in the Western Hemisphere, right here on the northern coast of South America. And the image fits perfect over current Cartagena. Now, I don't know what you were taught in school, but I was always told that Carthage was in the center of North Africa, directly south of Rome, Italy. Now, when you think of the story of Carthage marching with an army with elephants from South America to Washington, D.C., instead of North Africa to Italy, it's a much more impressive story and believable. And check out when I overlaid the map of Hannibal's attack on Rome with Washington, D.C. here. And there are so many of these on the Library of Congress. Now let's look at one of my absolute favorite maps of ancient North America from the year 1600, Library of Congress Digital Archive. We have Sinai Mexicanos labeled where the Gulf of Mexico is today. Now, if you don't know the story, Mount Sinai and the Sinai Peninsula is where the Israelite slaves fled from Egypt into the wilderness with Moses. And this is the place where Moses actually received the Ten Commandments. Now moving on west here, you'll notice Casa. This is extremely similar to the book of Colossians, where Paul was writing a letter to the church of the Colossians. said to be over in modern day Turkey, but pictured here down by Alabama. Now looking just east of Casa, we see Ai. In the ancient Old Testament account, Ai was famous for being conquered by Joshua during his conquest of Canaan. Now it's about to get good. Looking further westward, you'll notice Cana there, reminiscent of ancient Canaan, said to be over in modern day Lebanon area, Israel. Then below that, south, you'll see Galit. Now, if you weren't familiar, Paul in the New Testament wrote one of the books to the Galatians, which was said to be over in Greece, but clearly pictured here in southeast United States, or southwest United States, or northern Mexico. Now, looking either further west, you'll notice Cush here. Cush, said to be in Africa, was where the descendants of Ham settled after the flood when they got off the ark with Noah. Just west of that, you'll notice Mare Vermelho there, separating California as an island from the mainland. Mare Vermelho translates to the Red Sea. The Red Sea was the body of water parted by Moses during the escape from Egypt by the Israelites. Now, these maps are really strange because it's incorporating the old world and the new world, but here you'll see Cibola, which, according to ancient Native American myth, where there were 7 golden cities of Cibola with immeasurable wealth and quantities of gold. Now, notice here in the Salt Lake City area, we have Septon City, or the City of God, or 7. Queen of Sheba, anyone?
America, as a whole, used to be called Septentrionalis, or the country of 7, also meaning the country of North, or the country of God. See here. Now, starting here at the northern portion of this map and moving south, we'll see a number of native villages and fortresses that have been destroyed by the French. Here at the bottom, it says Saint Rene. Now, if you've seen my other post, you'll know that this was a charter from the Egyptians to the French to control the land and chattel or people in that area of the Mississippi River or the ancient Nile River here in Missouri. Let's look at another map here. Notice Mare Vermelho there separating California, and also Dionysus, St. Paul, St. Matthew, St. Mark, many biblical names listed. I wanted to point out the Nassonis listed. This biblical story of Samson tells us that he was a Nazarite, mapped here in North America. Then looking north, you'll see a Kansa, La Canesi.
Check out how they spelled Kansas here and all around
the modern Kansas. Once again, we have been taught that Canaan was over in the Middle East. And here's more places seemingly named after Canaan. Now let's look back over to the Salt Lake City area here. Now if you'll see here, it was called Taos or Geronimo, which stood for Hieronymus, which meant sacred city, and sometimes called Saint Juan or Saint John. Now, Jerome, also mapped, means the same thing, sacred city. Now, this makes the story of the Yale Skull and Bones chapter holding the skull of Geronimo or Saint John, probably John the Baptist, much more disturbing and makes me a little bit angry. Now, moving south, you'll see Coachella, which were Aztec or Egyptians, all the way up here in North America. Then you'll notice Jubilees. Now, if you weren't familiar, Jubilees, it was a big deal for the Hebrews. Slaves were freed and all debts were broken. All land was given back. So strange that it's mapped over here by Salt Lake City. Now, here we're told about the Essenes, which was an old world Jewish sect said to be in the Middle East. Now, if you'll notice here, St. Paul or Minneapolis was called Esseniapolis. And pictured again, many locations up in the Minnesota area labeled Essene. Now, I'm going to run through these last ones because of time. As you'll see in this map here, Cora, again on this map, Le Cora,
David wrote many psalms to the ancient city of Korah, which is shown here somewhere north of the delta of the Mississippi. Now on these maps here, you'll see Tamerloa, Tamerluans, and Tamar was a daughter of Judah and was said to have been given a portion of ancient Israel. Then back over towards Salt Lake, we have Pilate, Thebes, Pharaoh, Manassas, Sumer, more Sumer. Then you'll notice in these maps, the Tigris mapped here, which was said to be in the Middle East and was one of the 4 rivers running out of the Garden of Eden, as you can read more about here above. And lastly, notice here in what was then West Florida, Abraham. Sounds a lot like Abraham. Some people will say, oh, it's just maps. Maps can be manipulated. Well, considering they're from the Library of Congress, if you think it's being manipulated, why do you vote them?
Damn. We've heard that before, though. I'm going to have to go ahead and look a little deeper. Jim Tom Balling. How y'all feel about him? Again, I be seeing some of y'all say y'all don't like the creators that be doing some of this. Y'all don't like the TikTok people who be making these videos. Man, look. Every time I see that, I get somebody else to be like, oh, I like that creator. So just as much as somebody don't like them, there is still people out there who do. So I'm curious to know what y'all feel about some of these creators. Do y'all like him? Me personally, I like him as well. He kind of dope, and he went right. Like I said, if people give a statement and they go back and show receipts, that mean they actually did the time to really look at it. He one of those people from one video I seen. I think he been on here before though, if I'm not mistaken. He was on point. He was on point. This is crazy. Like, they lie about so much shit. You gotta question everything, man. You gotta question it all, bro.
See this? I'll see how people be looking normal in the physical realm. In the spiritual realm, this is how they really look.
Is that a reach? I don't think it's a coincidence.
If you're sitting there looking at all of the UFO sightings, the paranormal sightings, the solar flares, the weather stuff, all of the weird universal energy things that have been happening this last week, and you're wondering, like, what the heck is going on? 2 weeks ago, stuff wasn't like this, and now 2 weeks later, it's super different. We actually had a really big energetic event happen 2 weeks ago, and not a lot of people noticed it consciously, but have noticed it in their life, and I want to give you some clarity on that. In order to do that, we're going to talk about cake. I would like you to think of the universe as a layered cake. We are right here in a, like, lower mid-level tier of said cake. We are currently moving up to get to the next tier. We're not quite there yet, but we're like energetically moving up. All that means is our vibration is increasing. What that means beyond that is, hey, we're like entering a different layer. New stuff is coming in, more spiritual stuff, more weird stuff. We're able to see more, feel more, sense more. Well, about 2 weeks ago, it was a Wednesday, we had 2 timelines that went smoosh, which means instead of this nice steady escalator ride we were taking up in vibration, we instead jumped a floor with an elevator. Not an entire tier, but a considerable amount of vibration up. And now we are feeling it. I even saw a comment from NASA a couple days ago that was literally saying, hey, there's something weird going on with our universe and we don't know what it is. Yeah. This whole alien crash thing happening around DC. Yeah. Increased solar flares and aurora borealis and a bunch of people seeing ghosts and spirits in said space. Yeah. This is basically the veil disappearing or going away. You're having glitch in the matrix moments, or things you lost are being returned to you in the exact same place you've checked 1,000 times. All of this is correlating to this upshift, and there's more to come.
Elections are nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion designed to make us believe we have control. The truth, we don't. The entire process is a con, and here are 7 reasons why. 1. The so-called choices are handpicked by the elite, ensuring no real change ever comes from the ballot box. 2. Politicians answer to the corporations and lobbyists who fund them, not to the people they claim to represent. 3. Mainstream media controls the narrative, shaping public opinion to favor the establishment's chosen candidates. 4. Campaign promises are lies, strategically forgotten the moment the election is over. 5. Whether left or right, both parties serve the same agenda, perpetuating the status quo and crushing dissent. 6. From gerrymandering to voter suppression, the system is rigged to ensure those in power stay in power. 7. Elections distract the masses from systemic problems that can't be solved by voting in a corrupt system.
Alaska, let me know what in the world was going on there. Is that normal? Which y'all, people ain't even from Alaska. Somebody that live near a similar environment like Alaska. What was going on there? Was that like maybe an iceberg, something breaking near, and it was close enough to push the ice towards the coast? I'm just gonna go ahead and ask: is it because the ice walls was coming down, and now we starting to see that? I'm just asking. I don't know. I ain't never seen it. Somebody explain, please.
If the second moon was an asteroid, then what the hell is up in the sky that is huge? Everybody that thought that they were so smart coming on here on my viral video about the 2 moons saying, oh, you're not even going to be able to see it. It's the size of a bus. It's the size of a bus. If it's the size of a bus, then tell me what we have been seeing for the past week that is a huge mofo up in the sky. You tell us, what is this second moon? Oh, you didn't see it? I'll show you, no worries. Yeah, come stitch this video after you watch it. 1 moon, 2 moon. If it's an asteroid, freaking huge. This image is even more baffling because you have a big one and another one right behind it, but it's huge. Yeah. This is nothing that's the size of a bus. If you guys believe that that little tiny asteroid was going to be the second moon, then you are highly... Can't even say it. No worries, we got it even in the daytime. Okay? That is not an asteroid that's the size of a bus, people. Okay. And before I have to hear opinions, this is my telescope. So yes, it's up in the sky. So if it was the size of a bus, what are we seeing up in the sky? What was that? What is that? Go on, tell me. Educate me. Stitch this video and explain it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm on the same type of time she on. I ain't seen it, but when I did post that content before we said we was about to have a second moon, when she said she saw in her comments, I saw in my comments too. So explain. Go ahead. I want to know. Don't say the telescope. Don't say, hey, y'all ask for pictures. Y'all ask. You know what? I'm not even going to say that. Because somebody going to be like, bro, somebody tweaked the pictures. It's coming. It's coming. Damn.
Beats for Beats is a YouTube channel that is known for posting these strange and bizarre videos that will leave you feeling unsettled after viewing them. Their most popular upload is titled Who Wants to Nag on Human Bones, and is sitting at 4.2 million views as of today.
So I came across this video, and this dude was talking about the icebergs that people really don't want to go down. And I seen that clip called Baby Walrus. Don't go looking. They say it come with, it'll attach an energy to you, your nose start bleeding, all types of weird shit. I watched it, but it was like 7 seconds, and I had to click off. It's weird. But that was one of the clips, so I went to go see Treats for Beasts. I had to bring it. But have y'all ever came across something like that? Is he reaching? Let me know. But there was other clips that I did go searching for. I couldn't find some of them. Some of them probably go way deeper than what TikTok would allow. So it's probably why I couldn't find it. But let me know. And let me know if y'all saw the clip of Baby Walrus. It was weird though. It was way out there. It was weird.
Most disturbing videos in the world, episode 6. This picture contains a list of disturbing videos from the least scary to the most. This will be my scariest series ever. Welcome to tier 7 because we skipped a couple of them. And honestly today, we're gonna skip directly to tier 10. The first video is titled Funky Town. This video single-handedly could be the worst video the internet has ever had. Now obviously I can't show the video here, but I can tell you everything you need to know about it. And please remember, don't look this up. Trust me. It shows a man, getting executed, in which they remove the man's face all while he's still alive. And lots of other stuff start happening. And in the background of the video, the song Funky Town starts playing. You know this song? Yeah, that one. Make sure to like and follow because I start my brand new series tomorrow.
See, I didn't even know I put the clip in here. If y'all go back, pause, where you see the iceberg, you're gonna be like, bro, what? The clip he talking about though, that sound like the cartel clip. I forgot what they called him. Agua something. His face was all, I'm not even gonna say it. It was some crazy shit though. That's what it remind me of. But I didn't even know I put that clip in here. So if y'all want to go diving down that rabbit hole, dive. But you heard him say, don't go do it. I didn't listen. My grandma started to say hard head, make a soft ass, and I didn't listen. I didn't even hear him say that. I just went straight diving.
One of the world's biggest scams happens to you every single day, and there's a 99% chance you fall for it every time. When's the last time you went out to eat and you actually looked at the price of things? I'm not talking about the price of the food, I'm talking about the price of the tip. Some restaurants have figured out a pretty genius way to steal more money from the customer, all while the customer has a smile on their face. Here's how it works. Once you're done eating, the server will come by and drop off your bill, and that's where you'll put your card on the table. The server will then take your card, go pay for your meal, and then come back with a receipt. Once you have your receipt, you'll see something like this, or like this, or this. See, what some of these restaurants aren't telling you is the 15, 20, 25% number they put on the receipt is not actually the right amount. They know almost 100% of you are not going to pull out your phone and double check their math, so they'll inflate these prices by about 5 to 10%. From what I read, you can't blame the server for this because any of the extra money that's added from the 20% tip just goes into the manager's pocket. I just got done reading an entire report on this stuff. There are more companies doing this than I actually thought.
This man in Peru got caught smuggling an 800-year-old mummy. He also claimed this mummy was his girlfriend. Turns out the mummy is actually male too. He just casually put the mummy in his travel bags. When authorities questioned what he was doing with this mummy, he stated, "This is Juanita, my girlfriend." The man's name is Julio Bermeo. This guy put it in a delivery bag that he used, and he used to deliver food to people. Could you imagine getting a burger with a side of Juanita? Apparently it's been in his home for 3 decades. Where the hell did he get this mummy from? I'm assuming it's something his family found and I guess made it an heirloom because he's only 26 years old. He also said he sleeps right next to the mummy. Apparently his dad brought it home 30 years ago when he found it. In Julio's defense, he was bringing the mummy not to sell it, but because his friends wanted to see it. Peru has a ton of very interesting archaeological findings, so this doesn't surprise me that someone just found a mummy. Kind of sad that he got it taken away though. Peruvian authorities have seized Juanita, or Juan as they call him now. This whole ordeal happened literally a year ago, around March of 2023. I didn't even hear about this until recently when I was scrolling on Twitter. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and as always, these videos are for informational purposes only.
I don't want to be disrespectful because it's a normal thing, but that's crazy.
The most disturbing and up movies to ever exist. August Underground. August Underground came out in 2001, and it's an intentionally low-budget looking found footage movie. The creator of the film, unfortunately, wanted it to look as real as possible. The film was directed by and stars a dude named Fred Vogel. Vogel plays a serial unaliver named Peter who has his friend follow him around with a camera as they both commit some of the worst things in human history. Bro, the movie opens up with dude having a lady locked in a basement, chained up to a wall, and they her by slicing off one of her and covering her with and honestly, that's like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the disgusting things that they do in these movies. And I say these movies because there's two sequels. August Underground's Mortem that came out in 2003 and August Underground's Penance that came out in 2007. Vogel's reason for making this movie the way he did is because he had a frustration with slasher movies, stating that they didn't really show what was going on for real. And his biggest inspiration for the movies was Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Bro, the movies was so bad that dude got arrested when traveling to Canada because TSA and them thought that this man was transporting real snuff films. And to no one's surprise, the films have gained somewhat of a cult following amongst people who like to see the most disgusting shit they can possibly find. Listen, I only saw some of the first August Underground, and that was enough for me. Hey, y'all stay tuned for more disturbing and up movies. And if there's one that you know of that you want me to cover, comment below and I got you.
Today we're going to talk about one of the most disturbing and videos to ever hit this app. Yes, TikTok. It comes as no surprise when I say that this is for educational purposes only. Today we're going to talk about one of the most disturbing and up videos to ever hit this app. Yes, TikTok. It comes as no surprise when I say that this is for educational purposes only. I do not endorse these kinds of videos, and I do not recommend anybody look up any type of video like this. Seeing as this video is already floating around a bunch of people's For You pages, including mine, I feel like it's a little too late to talk about this video anyway, but we're going to talk about it regardless. So today I did a bunch of research on some of the most disturbing videos to ever hit the internet when I realized one of them looked really familiar. The video in question is titled Hi, H-I, and I figured, hey, maybe I watched it when I was a kid, but no, because it released February 12th of last year. I thought a little longer, and I realized, holy shit, this video came across my For You page a couple weeks ago. The video depicts people playing soccer, and it looks just very normal. A bunch of people having fun, they're laughing, they're giggling, they're pushing each other. It looks like it's all in good fun. But then the video pans down, and they are playing soccer with a decapitated human head. The video itself lasted maybe 10 to 15 seconds long, but the entire video is upwards of 3 minutes in length. And the user who uploaded that 10 to 15 second clip uploaded the entire 3 minutes of this godforsaken shit into 10 to 15 second segments on his TikTok account. Now I can't find the video anymore, and I can't find the TikToker who uploaded it, seeing as they probably got banned. But it is the fact that this entire 3 minute video made it onto this app where kids are, and made it to the point where it had somewhere of 400,000 likes or above on it before it was finally taken down, is just so you guys know, no, the entire video is not them playing soccer. That is probably the more tame part of this whole 3 minute video. To give you some clue as to how bad, these are the same guys that did the Funky Town Gore video. It's the same guys. It takes place in the same place, same room, same people, same everything. These are the same guys that made that video. Due to the parents or the big brothers, big sisters, cousins, or whatever the hell that dislike me because I'm polluting your kid's mind, the videos that I talk about have already made it on this app. So I want you guys to ask yourself, would you rather watch the video itself, or would you rather watch an explanation of what it is so your curiosity doesn't get the better of you? That's why I'm here. If you were wondering about this video in particular or any other very disturbing video on the internet and you're wanting to know more, I had done an entire video about 30 minutes in length explaining every video in graphic detail, but not too much. I'm not trying to give you guys some shit. I sent it off to my editor and it will be back in a couple days and I will upload it straight to YouTube, which is linked in my bio if you want to watch it.
The shit that people be doing sometimes is just crazy. He said they was kick a human head. They was playing soccer with it, bro. That shit crazy. Just to think about it, it's like what the. And then we see the movie before that where it's kind of crazy where this film director made this film and now there's a following behind that film. That's what I be saying. Some of the most wicked shit out here is always going to be, if one person did it, it's always some people after that that's going to want to follow suit or do similar actions. But that shit crazy. We in this type of world sometimes where there's certain individuals like this. Now the person he talking about in that last clip on TikTok, now I blame them people. But the movie before that, that dude talking about he got stopped at the border because he made whatever. I'm not going to blame the person who made the movie, because he could make it for different reasons. And people, once you give it to somebody, it's up to them as far as what they're gonna do with the content you put out. Movies, music, videos, clothing, whatever you're doing. But that shit's just crazy. It's just crazy we in a world full of people like this. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But even if you ain't subbed up, you just like coming to the channel for the vibes, videos, whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. Man, I hope y'all having a smooth 7 also. And to the Collective, y'all know how we coming, man. I love y'all to death. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love doing these videos. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I'm gonna let y'all get on up out of here. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm